The bright lights of the stage, the cheer from the crowds, the fame and fortune are all an entertainer could ask for. For our heroine, it's been her dream, but Bahamut has much more in store for our little performer. Stay with us as we tell the story of the Copper Kabuki Dancer. Hi, everyone, and welcome to another high-performance episode of
The Dungeon Crashers.
I'm Guy.
And I'm Zapeel. We wanted to thank all of you that have subscribed to us so far. We are up to 500 subscribers, but let's get up there to 1,000. So be sure to hit that like and subscribe button and turn on that bell so you can be notified when we post our excellent D&D content. We will also be doing another poll to vote for the next party we will be building. So make sure to get your vote in when we post that. So far in the Metallic Dragonborn party, we have the Bronze Samurai, the Silver Ronin, and the Brass Ninja. This week, we will be making the Copper Dragonborn. The Metallic Dragonborn are from Fitzbin's Treasury of Dragons. They are humanoid, medium size, with a walking speed of 30 feet. They get metallic ancestry. You can trace your ancestry to a metallic dragon, granting you special magical affinity. For copper, it's acid. You get draconic resistance, giving you resistance to the damage type associated with your metallic ancestry. You get a breath weapon. When you take an attack action on your turn, you can replace one of your attacks with an exhalation of magical energy in a 15-foot cone. Each creature in the area must make a dexterity saving throw of a DC of 8 plus your constitution modifier and your proficiency bonus. On a failed save, the creature takes 1d10 of the damage associated with your metallic ancestry, and on a successful save, it takes half as much damage. This damage increases by 1d10 when you reach 5th, 11th, and 17th levels. You also get another breath weapon at 5th level, and we will discuss it then. For languages, you get Common and one other language of your choice, and we chose Draconic. The Metallic Dragonborn get ability score bonuses that is common with the newer races, and that's 3 plus 1 ability boost that you can put anywhere, but no more than 2 on one ability. Using the point buy system, we put an 8 on Strength. She has no need for Strength, so it's going to be an 8. We put a 13 on Dexterity, making it 14 with the first racial bonus. This will help with her AC and Stealth. We put a 13 on Constitution, making it 14 with her second racial bonus. This will help with hit points as well as her breath weapon DCs. We put a 12 on both Intelligence and Wisdom. We wanted a positive on both, so this works out. And last, we put a 15 on Charisma, making it 16 with the last racial bonus. This is her casting stat, so it needs to be as high as possible. For this build, we are using the Witchlight hand from the Wild Beyond the Witchlight. You get 2 skills, Performance and Sleight of Hand. You are proficient with the Disguise Kit and 1 musical instrument of your choice, and we took the shamisen. You also get 1 language of your choice, and we went with Elvish since most of the performers are elves and you want to communicate with them. The main feature of this background is Carnival Fixture. The Witchlight Carnival provides you with free, modest lodging and food. In addition, you may wander about the carnival and participate in its many wonders at no cost to you, provided you aren't disruptive of the shows or cause any other trouble. For as long as our heroine can remember, she has been on the streets. Every day was a battle to survive. Finding food, water, and shelter was her main priority, but she always made time to go see the street performers. She would watch for hours, mesmerized by all the different acts. But one day, the Witchlight Carnival came to town. The roads were packed with onlookers watching the carnival set up. It made it easy pickings for her. She had been making her rounds to find the easiest targets when she saw them. They came out into the street to give the crowd a preview of what they could see if they entered the carnival. They were dressed in glamorous, highly decorated costumes and doing heavily stylized performances. The lead performers wore elaborate makeup, and their dance was so beautiful that she couldn't look away. The carnival master had been watching from the background as she had made her way around the crowd, lightening the pockets of those that watched the performers. He smiled as he watched her stop in her tracks as the dance troupe came out. "She reminds me of myself when I saw the jugglers," he said to himself as he made his way over to her. She didn't even notice him as he knelt beside her. "The dance is beautiful, is it not?" he said. Not taking her eyes off the dancers, all she could do was nod. He continued, "Where are your parents, or are you alone here?" She turned to look at him for the first time. He was an elf male with long blonde hair and green eyes. He was stunning to look at. "I have no parents," she whispered. He leaned in close. "You remind me of myself at your age, so let's make a deal. If you come work for the carnival, you will receive 3 meals a day, a bed to sleep in, and if you're good enough, then one day you could be leading one of these dances." He held out his hand. "So what do you say?" She couldn't contain her excitement. She grabbed his hand with both of hers and shook it with a smile on her face. "Excellent," he said, standing up. "Follow me and let's go get you some food, and for tonight you can enjoy the show. You will begin work tomorrow, so rest up till then." She followed him into the carnival tent, and the new beginning of her life has started.
At first level, she takes Rogue. She gets 4 skills from the Rogue list, and she takes Acrobatics, Investigation, Persuasion, and Stealth. She can expertise 2 skills, and she does Performance and Stealth. She's proficient with light armor, simple weapons, hand crossbows, rapiers, long swords, and short swords. She also gets Thieves' Tools and Dexterity and Intelligence saves. She gets Sneak Attack once per turn. She can deal an extra 1d6 damage to one creature she hits with an attack if she has advantage on the attack roll. The attack must use a finesse or ranged weapon. She doesn't need advantage on the attack roll if another enemy of the target is within 5 feet of it, and that enemy isn't incapacitated. And she doesn't have disadvantage on the attack. She gets a bonus language as well, Thieves' Cant. The first year working at the carnival was very hard. She had a lot to learn in a short time. Her first tasks were to take care of any need the dance troupe had, from fetching their dinner to cleaning their rooms. In her spare time, she would have the dancers teach her the style of the dance. At second level, she takes first level Bard. She gets 1 skill from the Bard list, and she takes Perception. She gets Bardic Inspiration. She uses a bonus action on her turn to choose one creature other than herself within 60 feet of her who can hear her. That creature gains 1 Bardic Inspiration die, a d6. Once within the next 10 minutes, the creature can roll the dice and add the number rolled to one ability check, attack roll, or saving throw it makes. The creature can wait until after it rolls a d20 before deciding to use the Bardic Inspiration die, but must decide before the DM says whether the roll succeeds or fails. Once the Bardic Inspiration die is rolled, it is lost. A creature can only have 1 Bardic Inspiration die at a time, and she can use this feature a number of times a day equal to her Charisma modifier with a minimum of 1. And she regains any expended uses when she finishes a long rest. Bards get 2 cantrips known, 4 spells known, and 2 first-level spell slots. For cantrips, take Prestidigitation and Vicious Mockery. For the spells known, take Dissonant Whispers, Healing Word, Silvery Barbs, and Tasha's Hideous Laughter. The DC for spells is 8 plus Proficiency bonus plus Charisma modifier. At third level, she takes second level Bard. She gets Jack of all trades. She can add half her proficiency bonus rounded down to any ability check she makes that doesn't already include her proficiency bonus. She also gets Song of Rest. She can use soothing music or oration to help revitalize her wounded allies during a short rest. If she or any friendly creatures who can hear her performance regain hit points at the end of the short rest by spending 1 or more hit dice, each of those creatures regains an extra 1d6 hit points. For spells, she gets another spell known and 1 first-level spell slot. For the spell known, take either Cure Wounds if your party needs more healing, or Sleep since it's really good at low level. There is an optional feature at this level called Magical Inspiration. If a creature has a Bardic Inspiration die from her and casts a spell that restores hit points or deals damage, the creature can roll that die and choose a target affected by the spell. Add the number roll as a bonus to the hit points regained or the damage dealt. The Bardic Inspiration die is then lost. At fourth level, she takes third level Bard. She can expertise 2 more skills, and she does Acrobatics and Investigation. And she gets her Bard at college, and she takes the College of Swords. From the College of Swords, she gets bonus proficiencies, giving her proficiency with medium armor and a scimitar. Also, if she's proficient with a simpler martial weapon, she can use it as her spellcasting focus. She gets a fighting style, and she wants 2 weapon fighting. When she engages in 2 weapon fighting, she can add her ability modifier to the damage of the second attack. She will be using 2 weapons as part of her dancing. The last ability she gets from College of Swords is Blade Flourish. Whenever she takes the attack action on her turn, her walking speed increases by 10 feet until the end of the turn, and if a weapon attack that she makes as part of the action hits a creature, she can use one of the following Blade Flourish options of her choice. She can only use 1 Blade Flourish option per turn. She can make a defensive flourish. She can expend 1 of her Bardic Inspiration to cause the weapon to deal extra damage to the target she hits. The damage equals the number she rolls on the Bardic Inspiration dice. She can also add the number rolled to her armor class until the start of her next turn. She can also use Slashing Flourish. She can expend 1 use of her Bardic Inspiration to cause the weapon to deal extra damage to the target she hits, and to any other creature of her choice that she can see within 5 feet of her. The damage equals the number she rolls on the Bardic Inspiration dice. And she has Mobile Flourish. She can expend 1 use of her Bardic Inspiration to cause the weapon to deal extra damage to the target she hits. The damage equals the number she rolls on the Bardic Inspiration dice. And she can also push the target up to 5 feet away from her, plus a number of feet equal to the number she rolls on that dice. She can then immediately use her reaction to move up to her walking speed to an unoccupied space within 5 feet of the target. And for spells, she gets another spell known, another first level spell slot, and 2 second level spell slots. For the spell known, take Spray of Cards from Unearthed Arcana 85. It's a great spell that is right up this character's alley. If you don't use Unearthed Arcana in your campaign, you might take Cloud of Daggers instead. True to his word, the Carnival Master appreciated her growing talents, and the crowd loved her performances, and soon she became the lead, performing the role of the warrior woman. Her exotic appearance and her skill with the sword made her a hit. Her performances were filled with dazzling sword displays, clever speeches, and were enhanced with the magic she had been learning. But she still wasn't satisfied. She felt an unease as if her life had a greater purpose that she needed to fulfill.
At 5th level, she takes 4th level of Bard, getting an ability boost her feat, and she wants to boost her Charisma to 18. This will help with her spell attack and save DCs. For spells, she gets another cantrip known, another spell known, and another 2nd level spell slot. For the cantrip, take Light, since she doesn't have dark vision as a dragon. That's weird to me. And for the spell known, take Mirror Image for a great defensive spell. She also gets her Metallic Breath weapon I mentioned before. When she takes an attack action on her turn, she can replace one of her attacks with an exhalation in a 15-foot cone. The save DC for this breath is 8 plus your Constitution modifier plus your proficiency bonus, and whenever she uses this trait, choose one of the following. Innervation Breath. Each creature in the cone must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or become incapacitated until the start of her next turn. Or Repulsion Breath. Each creature in the cone must succeed on a strength saving throw or be pushed 20 feet away from her and be knocked prone. Once she uses her Metallic Breath weapon, she can't do so again until she finishes a long rest. At 6th level, she takes 5th level of Bard. She gets Font of Inspiration, letting her regain all of her expended uses of Bardic Inspiration when she finishes a short or long rest. Speaking of Bardic Inspiration, it improves at this level from a D6 to a D8. For spells, she gets another spell known and 2 3rd level spell slots. For the spell known, take Mass Healing Word if your party still needs more healing, or Lehman's Tiny Hut if no one else has it. It's a great way to take a rest and not have to worry about being attacked. At 7th level, she takes 6th level of Bard. She gets Counter Charm. As an action, she can start a performance that lasts until the end of her next turn. During that time, her and any friendly creatures within 30 feet of her have advantage on saving throws against being frightened or charmed. A creature must be able to hear her to gain this benefit. The performance ends early if she is incapacitated or silenced, or if she voluntarily ends the action with no action required. She came all this way to get it, and from College of the Sword, she finally gets extra attack, allowing her to attack twice instead of once when she takes the attack action. For spells, she gets another spell known and another 3rd level spell slot. Take one I mentioned last level if you need it, or take Hypnotic Pattern if you need to take a group of enemies out of a fight. At 8th level, she goes back to Rogue, taking 2nd level. She gets Cunning Action. She can use it to dash, disengage, or hide as a bonus action. At 9th level, she takes 3rd level of Rogue, getting her Roguish archetype, and she wants Swashbuckler. The first ability she gets is Fancy Footwork. During her turn, if she makes a melee attack against a creature, that creature can't take opportunity attacks against her for the rest of your turn. Next, she gets Rakish Audacity. You can give yourself a bonus to your initiative rolls equal to your charisma modifier. You also gain an additional way to use your sneak attack. You don't need advantage on the attack roll to use your sneak attack against the creature if you are within 5 feet of it. No other creature is within 5 feet of you, and you don't have disadvantage on the attack roll. All of the rules for the sneak attack still apply. Her sneak attack also improves at this level to 2d6.
One day she saw another dragonborn in the crowd, an older gold male who carried an ornate staff that marked him as an onmyoshi, or wizard. He clearly was enjoying the performance, but watched her intently and looked at her as if he had something important to say. When the drama had finished and she had taken her bows, a voice sounded in her head saying, "I've been seeking you, and we must speak." For some reason she wasn't concerned that this was another obsessed fan like those she had dealt with many times, and she decided she would speak with him. He told her that he was in service to the gods. The Dragon of Light Bahamut and his daughter Tassila, the Dragon of the Dawn, were at war with the dragon goddess Tiamat, whose forces were spreading destruction across the lands to the west, and he had been given a prophecy of warriors that must oppose her. Our heroine had heard of the wars in the west, but had not given them much thought as they didn't affect her. But the old wizard's words struck a chord with her. The part of her that felt she was destined for a higher purpose called to her, and she agreed to join this wizard on his quest. At 10th level, she takes 4th level Rogue, getting an ability booster feat, and she wants to cap her Charisma at 20. She uses Charisma for so many abilities now, she needs it capped. At 11th level, she takes 5th level Rogue. She gets Uncanny Dodge. When an attacker that she can see hits her with an attack, she can use her reaction to halve the attack's damage against her. Her sneak attack improves to 3d6 at this level as well. At 12th level, she takes 6th level Rogue. She can expertise 2 more of her skills, and she picks Investigation and Thieves' Tools. And at 13th level, she takes 7th level Rogue, getting Evasion. When she's subjected to an effect that allows her to make a dexterity saving throw to take only half damage, she instead takes no damage if she succeeds on the saving throw, and only half damage if she fails. Her sneak attack damage improves to 4d6 at this level. At 14th level, she takes 8th level Rogue, getting another ability booster feat, and she will use it to make her Constitution 16. She needs more hit points and will also help with her breath weapon DC. At 15th level, she takes 9th level Rogue. From Swashbuckler, she gets Panache. As an action, she can make a Charisma Persuasion check contested by a creature's Wisdom Insight check. The creature must be able to hear her, and the two of you must share a language. If she succeeds on the check and the creature is hostile to her, it has disadvantage on attack rolls against targets other than her and can't make opportunity attacks against targets other than her. The effect lasts for 1 minute until one of your companions attacks the target or affects it with a spell, or until she and the target are more than 60 feet apart. If she succeeds on the check and the creature isn't hostile to her, it is charmed by her for a minute. While charmed, it regards her as friendly acquaintance. The effect ends immediately if you or your companions do anything harmful to it. Her sneak attack damage improves to 5d6 at this level. Our heroine and her companions have been fighting for years, with little time for rest, and often little hope of victory. But she soothes their evenings with inspiring words and restful songs. In battle, she leads alongside the warriors, inspiring the troops with grand displays of swordsmanship and displays of magic. The army has grown from the small company that she and the wizard initially found. Her skill with diplomacy and argument has gained many followers for the cause, and even elder dragons have awakened to join the fight.
At 16th level, she's going back for a few levels of Bard. At 7th level of Bard, she gets another spell known and 1 4th level spell slot. For the spell known, take Ralathim's Psychic Lance. It is a long-range attack spell that deals 7d6 of psychic damage. At 17th level, she takes 8th level of Bard, getting another ability booster feat, and she's going to use it to take the Lucky feat. She can use it to re-roll a d20 roll she makes or an attack against her 3 times a day. This is just a fun feat, and we think it will help this character a lot. For spells, she gets another spell known and another 4th level spell slot. For the spell known, take Dimension Door for a great short-range teleport spell. At 18th level, she takes 10th level of Rogue, getting yet another ability booster feat, and she's going to use it to boost her dexterity to 16, helping with her armor class and her dex abilities that she is using very often. At 19th level, she takes 11th level of Rogue. She gets Reliable Talent. Whenever she makes an ability check that lets her add her proficiency bonus, she can treat a d20 roll of 9 or lower as a 10. Her sneak attack dice improves one last time to 66. And finally, at 20th level, she takes 12th level of Rogue, getting her last ability booster feat, and she's going to use it to make her Constitution 18. She could take the tough feat for even more hit points, but boosting Constitution also helps with her breath weapon DC, so we went for that.
The forces of evil have proved to be formidable and endless. For every enemy slain, it seems that 2 more spring up to take their place. Oni and dragons fight in the enemy ranks, but powerful kami and wise dragons of light have come to join the forces of good. The battle still rages on, and no matter how dark the time, she is there inspiring and consoling the forces of good and giving them hope for the next battle. This will be a very fun character play. She can do quite a bit of damage in melee combat with her 2 weapon fighting, blade flourishes, and sneak attack. She will be going first in every fight with an initiative plus 11, unless you roll poorly. She also has plenty of spells to help in many situations, from attack spells, healing spells, and support spells. If she's lacking anything, it's armor class, but she has many ways to get in and out of combat, and she has defensive flourish to boost that up.
Yeah.
So she should be fine. If you like this video, please let us know in the comments below with any questions or build requests. Join us next week when we finish the Metallic Dragonborn party with the Golden Wizard. So join us for that, and until next time, cheers!